state, touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long run. Athletes and sports junkie. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team low. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Credit, Jack. Yeah, black on.
Woo! We got our license renewed for 2017. We back. It's the Crush, baby, in the building. The dopest sports show on radio. And I am your humble co-host. Let's go USC. E. Glaze. You really just trying to prove the Big 12-10 wrong this bad, man?
Hey, man.
I mean, it's really just that type for you today, man.
So, you know I get in arguments. I argue. This is how I get ready for the show. I spar with different people all day. That's how I get sharp. That's why I'm like Floyd Mayweather with this thing.
So you pulling against Franklin. Well, you can hear him. That's our petty co-host, Maceo Hurry. What's happening, man?
Oh, man. I'm cheering for T. Martin, man, who brought a national championship to Tennessee.
We got
Peyton Manning.
We got a Georgia guy here. You going to do that for him?
Man, we going to talk to Rennie in a minute, man. But he know what I'm talking about, man. T. Martin probably is a guy. Or maybe not.
We'll just keep it going on that. We ain't going to do that to him. But, hey, man, we got a great show for you guys today. Welcome to 2017.
Yes, sir.
Another year with the Crush. We so happy to be here. Somebody, Prime must have got some extra check this year. We got extra lights in here. It's all bright in here, man.
Bling, bling.
We doing it big up in here, and we starting off like we did last year with a Georgia guy. So it must be something about Georgia linebackers because we started last year with one. We got another one here as well. So happy New Year to everybody. We thank y'all for listening to us. We got that going. We got our question interview. We're going to be with Rennie Curan. We're going to bring him on and during the hot topics, which will be coming up next. We also got our Crush rundown. Boy, we got some realies for y'all today. Some of y'all just...
Boy.
What are y'all doing out there? Y'all had a...
Really going to have to be two segments. I'm telling you. It's going to have to be.
We're going to question some of y'all today, man.
Man, the bowl game got me all thrown off. I ain't even got my notes out, man.
What's going on? All I see is I thought you went 2017, you were going straight tech.
No, man. I got to roll with my notes, man. I'm one of those people, I had to write stuff down. When I write it down, I get it. That's probably why I'm such a great student. Don't tell nobody, though. Don't tell nobody.
We got that, man. We're going to talk about them playoffs that happen, man, what's going on in these bowl games. Got our big man, 6'8", coach coming up here. We crushing the boys with Coach Lewis Preston. We got to talk about why somebody be tripping at Duke and coach leaving, and we got a whole bunch of talk with him today, man. We got all that. And then we're going to do our Crush recap as well. So, Mason, you ready to do this show today, man?
Hey, man, I'm ready to go, man. It's 2017, man. We had a great meeting today. Just when you think, I don't know, man. But, yeah, man, so much stuff in store, man. Hey, man, I just appreciate everybody who just want to rock out with the Crush, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all know what we say. Y'all thought we allowed y'all to have parties last year, but we back. Trust us. We have something for y'all.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
We'll show it to you.
There's some people doing some great things out here in these streets, man, and I'm just glad they want us to be part of it.
Yes, sir. We glad to be here. So, man, when we come back, man, we got so much to talk about, man. When I was writing notes and getting it together this weekend, I almost ran out, though.
Man, I got to pull my notes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to grab my notes, man.
You had to grab them?
Yeah.
You had to do it?
I got to, man.
Hey, man, I think we might have a call on our Cricket Wireless hotline, man.
Hey, caller, what your question on?
Oh, you know what I'm
Oh, boy. You talking about somebody who had a weekend Maceo?
Hey, man, listen. All of Mike teams won.
Everybody won.
All of Mike teams won. Georgia Tech, the Falcons, the Hawks.
And the Hawks.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. I feel you, Mike.
How you feeling, Mike, today, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling great, man. Georgia Tech slayed them in the Tax Slayer Bowl, and I've been searching all day, high and low, for a Saint. They hiding under the gumbo. I can't find them.
Boy, you just coming all out with them today, man.
You know what I found out, too?
Yeah.
Saints fans, they can't take a ribbon.
They can give it.
They can't take a ribbon. And I was trying to be nice to a Saint guy today. Then, he was sitting there like, I had my cowboy hat on. And he was like, well, we got rings. I was like, you got A rings. Yeah, you got A rings.
Yeah. But
that you're really not supposed to have.
Wow.
Boy, we won't be petty this year on the mic, man.
Really Saints fans. They might get a really, too.
They might get on.
They might get a really. They might just get a really.
But you know what, though? Y'all can dance y'all butt all the way down to New Orleans. We fan right here, baby.
you can't be mad at the Saints fans because aren't they the originators of the paper? So
they are the originators of being the Aints. They back to that. They getting back to that.
Thank you, Mike, as always, man.
You got to put a bag on your head to go to your station.
Mike, thank
Appreciate
you as always,
the call,
baby.
Mike.
We'll talk to you later, man. That was our Cricket Wireless Hotline. We're about to get up. Oh, wait a minute. Another caller, Maceo.
Hey, caller, what's your question on?
What it is, Maceo, what it is, Glaze, this your boy Marlon.
Marlon, what up, bruh?
Marlon.
Hey, man, checking out this game. What's good with y'all, man? What's up with your boy Kiffin?
Kiffin is what Kiffin do. He likes to make entrances and exits the same way.
We gonna get on Kiffin, Marlon. We're gonna get on Kiffin, Marlon.
We're gonna spend a little time
Oh,
with him.
my.
Yeah, we're gonna get on him. Our producer is she giving us the signal. So we'll holler at you, Marlon. Appreciate the call, man.
Gotta do a little.
All right, baby.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Marlon. When we come back, we're gonna tell you what number to call in because y'all seem to be ready to go. So
Yeah.
stay with us.
Let me get my notes.
Knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Great leaders aren't born, They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special, qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
This is Robert Hicks, ex-NFL football player and actor with The Blind Side, and you're with The Crush at ssnatl.com, Sensation Station Network.
Hot topics. Hot topics.
Oh, yeah, man, we're back, man, with the hot topic. With our man, Rennie Curan. He's in the building. I don't know where my co-host disappeared to, but that's okay. Rennie, what's going on there, brother?
Doing good. Glad to be on.
Hey, man, so our hot topic today, man, bowl games.
Okay.
A big issue.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying that the SEC is Alabama, then a bunch of other guys. And they're saying this year, by schedule, by stature, the Big Ten was the best football conference. What do you think about that when you hear that comment?
Man, I always have to go back to, you got to look at the competition level day in and day out. I feel like in the SEC, from just playing in there, from my personal experience, maybe I might be a little bit biased, I don't know, but you really have no weeks off. It doesn't matter if it's a lower tier team, whoever you're playing, you always have to be on top of your A game. Anybody can lose, on any given Saturday, so you can never take a week off. Big Ten, I can't say the same thing. Yeah, I can't say the same thing across the board when I look at who they're playing week in and week out. How bad your body's beat down. Playing in the SEC, to me, that's as close as you're going to get to the NFL.
Wow. And again, you would know you played at the highest level.
Yeah.
So did the college football committee, did they get the 4 right?
That's always going to be an argument, man. When you look at a team like Washington, you look at their strength of schedule. Like I said, playing in the SEC is really it speaks for itself, man. You look at the guys who are drafted every year, the type of caliber athletes that come out every year. It's no real question, man. So I think they got it right for the most part. But you're always gonna have that argument. I mean, coming out of the SEC, number one, it's always gonna come down to a few games. Who's gonna be at the top. Comes down to a few big plays, a few turnovers. That's every week. If you get a big rivalry game. So I think they got it right for the most part, but, I'm always skeptical, leaning towards the SEC. Yeah. Right?
Should be. Hey, so, Macy, overall, what you think?
Well, I felt that's why I'm beating the drum for USC.
Yeah.
I felt that USC should have got in. I know they had 3 losses, but I looked at it. For them, it was a tale of 2 seasons. Once they went to this kid at quarterback, they just went on an incredible run.
Yeah.
And I think the committee, they penalize. It's supposed to look at the whole body of work, and I understand that. But I thought the process was supposed to be at the end of the day, give me the 4 best teams at the end of the season to put into the tournament. That's just how I looked at it. So I think by that, USC beat Washington.
Yeah.
Washington proved to us that maybe, just maybe, they were overwhelmed. I mean, that's just what it looked like to me. I don't know. Maybe somebody else saw something different. I don't know. But if they could have just made a play, because technically they were still Alabama did nothing to really blow them away.
Yeah.
Because even they didn't start running Bo Scarborough till late when they should have probably been doing that all day. That seemed like the right game plan. But that's just me.
Yeah, I just think it's overall, man. Should have just put pins. What's the score now, Macy?
I don't want to look at it. It's 42-35. 42-35.
Big game like that. But
somebody just got put out the game. Erica said a linebacker. Somebody just got put out the game.
He running off the field.
Yeah.
So, you know what? They need to do better with their credentials. And it's too. I don't like when they just pick. It looked like it was like, well, we got to put Washington in there. We got to put this one in.
I mean, it's a lot of politics involved with that whole process. Yeah.
Right.
That's the unfortunate part of where college football is moving towards, but that's the reality.
Hey, man, did you get Dr. Kevin Dancy's love, man?
I didn't have the notes. I didn't know we know you disappeared too, sir.
That hot topic was brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. If your smile isn't coming to you, you should be coming to us. Give Dr. Kevin Dancy a call at 678-836-2118. When we come back, man, we're going to jump into this interview with our man, Rennie. We got a lot of questions for him. Stay with us, Sister Crush.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
This is Amari Batman Curran. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Going to this crushing interview brought to you by Oracy Software. The Oracy team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Oracy's motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to Oracy.com for more information. Maceo, please introduce our guest formally today, sir.
Coming to the microphone, Brookwood High School finest.
Brookwood.
4-star prospect who they said his height was going to be an issue, but clearly it wasn't because he got to where he needed to go, man. This guy is very talented. On top of him being an author, an athlete, man, this guy play a few instruments too. Bet y'all didn't know that, but y'all gonna learn about it today. Rennie Curan to the microphone. What's going on, brother?
Man, doing great. Glad to be on. Man, thank you all for having me. Happy New Year.
Oh, man, way to kick off our 2017, man. We appreciate you for coming in, sir.
So, Rennie, let me just start with that, man. Fighting these bad stereotypes coming out of Brookwood.
Yeah.
All-American, man. No matter what you did, you went to Georgia, All-American, and when you got there.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you that just say, you know what, why don't y'all look at what I'm doing and not trying to look at these height things and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a tough part of my career, but it's something that I had to just accept that no matter what I accomplished, no matter what I did, there was always going to be somebody, a naysayer. And each level just introduced me to a new adversary, a new level of adversity. So I just really trained myself to believe and know that, you know, I was going to have to accept that. It's just part of the journey. It's part of that, just like how you got to go through training camp to get ready for your season.
Yeah.
I would have to go through those doubts and those, you know, even sometimes doubting myself. Those are some of the things that I'll have to go through to get to where I had to go.
Yeah, that's tough.
Now, we always talk about eye tests, the recruiting process, all of this stuff here. You heard the naysayers.
Yeah.
Just talk about the work ethic and the desire to, like, I know what I can do. I got the belief in myself.
Yeah.
Let's just get it done.
Oh yeah, the work ethic, man. It really starts with my parents. You know, both my parents were Liberian immigrants who came to this country, and really, you talk about work ethic, man. Like, came from hardly anything, but believed in themselves and had their faith in God, which they instilled in me. The values they instilled with just being a selfless person, selfless individual, fighting for something bigger than me. That was what I took to the field, you know, with myself. So it was, for me, it was always bigger than just football. It was bigger than just being a household name or whatever. For me, I was trying to not only represent my family, but my home country. You know, it was about my heritage. It was about so many other things. It was about the next kids who were coming up after me, you know, who I had the chance to inspire. So those are a lot of things that really pushed me as far as work ethic goes. And I knew, like, the only way I can make it to the University of Georgia is if I got that scholarship, man. Like, it was a struggle. It was a struggle, man. So I really had to push myself. And like I said, my faith was everything to me, knowing that God gave me the gifts and tools necessary. So I wasn't about to listen to what anybody else said.
When did you know, Rennie, that you can play this game?
Man, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of know, but until you walk into your vision, man, you don't really ever really understand the weight of it, and you don't know how the steps that you're taking are gonna all come together. But I mean, I remember being, you know, 8 years old in my apartment complex, and you know, seeing a group of older kids. I remember the first time I saw the group of older kids, and they were all playing pickup ball. And I was like, you know, can I play? Can I join in? And ran in. I touched the ball, and it was like my spidey senses kicked in. And like I took off with it, scored a touchdown, and I just knew something was different. You know, I knew it was like I tapped into a different part of me that I didn't know was there. And you know, that was just the kind of beginning of it. And then we moved to Gwinnett County. We were living around DeKalb, not too far from here at that time. We moved out to Gwinnett. And that's when I met my Little League coach, and he was a diehard Bulldog fan. Like, I mean, from South Georgia, just, you know, turkey hunting, tobacco spewing. And he's the one who exposed me to Georgia football. And at 10 years old, he took me out there, and whole life changed the whole entire scope of my life. Just that one moment of walking into Stanford Stadium, seeing Quincy Carter and Thomas Davis and all that, and a dream was born. Yeah. And I was obsessed, man. I was that kid who, after the Little League games, I would hop in his car and crank up the radio, listen to Larry Munson, and just dream.
Wow.
Just dream, yeah.
So how is that feeling? You dream about it.
Yeah.
You sign a scholarship, and you show up on campus. You have a locker. You get the weather helmet with the G on it.
Yeah.
Just what was the first time you just see all of your gear? Just what is that thought process?
Man, it was powerful, man. Just to go from being that kid who was always dreaming, who should not be, according to the experts, should not be there. And then
the experts, right? Yeah, experts.
And then
I love them.
you know, to know my family background, to know, you know, my parents who ain't know nothing about football at all. You know, I'm the kid, the least likely kid to make it out of Brookwood. Parents weren't in touchdown club.
Oh, wow.
And now I'm walking into that you know, that locker room, and after all the accomplishments I had in high school, because I left there all-time leading tackler and records in the weight room and 4-star this and that. The biggest thing I remember walking into the locker room is realizing that didn't mean squat. You know, like I looked around the locker room and I saw guys like Noshawn Marino, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, boy.
You know, the linebackers like Akeem Hebron, Darius Dewberry, who was the #1 linebacker in his class. And I realized, man, I might as well not even share any of the accomplishments I had. I might as well just shut up, humble myself, and get ready to go to work. And that's what it taught me being at Georgia, was that knowing that, man, I can't, if I even for a second think I've arrived, man, I won't go anywhere. So I had to just completely rebrand myself, man, reinvent myself.
Before we go to break,
yeah,
you left Brookwood, you were that guy, but like you said, when you got to Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
There's cats 6'3", 6'4", 6
Oh, yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
What was your first thought? Like, man.
I got to go to work, man. And it's like it gets to a point where you gotta say, man, just forget everything. I don't care if I never see the field. I don't care if coach don't recognize me, man. I'm gonna just go hard.
Yeah.
So that's really the ultimatum I gave myself, man. I was like, man, whether nobody pays attention to me, I'm getting the film room by myself. I'm getting the weight room, work extra hard. I don't care if I never play another down at UGA. I'm gonna just go hard.
Hey, man, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, man, I'm gonna ask that question that a lot of Georgia fans want to know.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy
The enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is Akeem Dent, linebacker of the Houston Texans. You are listening to The Crush on the Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. Still doing this question interview with our man, Rennie Curan. Happy New Year to everybody, man. We are still here. So, Rennie, one question, man. That team in 07 was loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel slighted that you didn't get the title, man, that year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, without a doubt, we're on fire. You know, we had the blackout game. We had the dang, Florida game. We ran out on the field. I mean, so many great experiences. So much talent.
Yes.
I mean, that's one thing. That's what I was referring to, when you asked me a question about the Big Ten. And, I just think about how many guys I played with who are in the league, like dominating. Julio Jones, Geno Atkins, Justin Houston. I mean, I can go on and on about guys who I played and competed against and was on the same team with who are dominating the league right now, man. But, yeah, that year we definitely felt slighted, man. Like we should have been, playing at least USC.
Yeah.
That's when they had Reggie Bush. And,
yeah, man.
There was a lot of talent out there. That would have been a great game right there.
Yeah.
Now, just take me back for a second, because I can remember your freshman year. I think it was Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think that's the game that kind of put you on the map.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the play, but I remember they had to yank somebody, and they put you in, and all of a sudden you made plays, and that's kind of how your career took off at Georgia.
That's it, man. And I tell guys, whenever I go out and speak, I always tell them I wasn't a guy who just stepped out on the field and was the man, or was always given an opportunity. I had to work and basically be a shadow for weeks until I got an opportunity, until somebody messed up or until we were down by 3 touchdowns and the game was over. And they were just like, all right, just put him out there. And then I capitalized on that opportunity. And so that Tennessee game came, and it was like, I saw the whole play. I saw the whole thing unfold, man. I was on the sidelines and just looking, and the linebacker who was ahead of me, I'm not going to call him out, but he had the running back man-to-man, and I just saw the game was pretty much over. We was already down. They were killing us. That's when they had Arian Foster.
Yeah.
And Montario Hardesty. Montario's in the backfield. He runs a running back wheel. Linebacker lets him go on the man-to-man coverage. And then after that, I got that telephone call from upstairs in the skybox. And it was like, Rennie, you're in.
Was Martinez the coach?
And that was it. Yeah, that was Martinez. That was it, man. That's and I never looked back, man.
Yeah,
but
weeks, I remember it.
Yeah, but weeks and weeks before that, man, nobody knows. That's what nobody saw was the preparation that happened in my mind, the vision that happened in my mind before I actually got the opportunity to walk into that.
So what you sound like you're saying is always be ready.
Always be ready, man. That's what.
Because it wasn't your job to give it back to him. Once you got on the field, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, that's something for life, man. Because so many people are in positions where they are not happy. Whether it's a job or whatever it is, but you have to. I always believe this: operate in your vision. Wherever you want to be at in life, don't operate for where you are now, but for where you want to go. Yeah.
Tweetable moment.
Well, because we kind of got into this era now where if a kid walks in and they don't play, they want to leave.
Yeah, they want to leave.
Or it's like the competitive edge is like gone.
Yeah.
What are some tips that you give kids to just it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
What do you tell kids?
Man, it's about character, man. It's about who you becoming as a person. It's not about that position. It's not about that title. It's about the principles that you live your life by. And so that's what I think is the thing that a lot of these kids are missing out on, and it's unfortunate because now you got things like social media and all this that's boosting them up and putting them on this platform before they've even made a dime. They come out with 15, 20,000 followers, and I'm like, you ain't even done nothing yet.
Boy, you better preach, boy.
It's like you can completely miss out on just the character building process that needs to take place by just leaving a situation, And I realized, like, a lot of times when I look back, man, that's what made me the man I am today was not the success that I got on the field. It was the times where I had to be that shadow. I had to fight through somebody telling me no. I had to fight through being second string and, like, still going hard anyways. That's what sustained me now. You know?
Boy.
So looking at
it's real, man.
I'm looking at what you were talking about earlier, Mason. So you playing the piano at 8.
Yeah.
Drums at 10, and then the viola. Your parent didn't mean for you to play no football. Don't look like.
Nah, that wasn't in the car. That wasn't in the car. You want to go do what?
Yeah.
So what were their
stop?
How did they feel about it when you finally said, "I need to go out there and hit somebody"?
Man, my mom looked at me like I was crazy. She didn't even know. Like I said, both my parents were from Liberia. They didn't know a thing about football at all.
I gotta go get you some cleats. What are cleats?
Yeah, I begged my dad. He was in the shower, no lie. Like I came, which with African parents you can't do. That's super disrespectful. I went in their room and banged on the door. Like I was like, Dad, it's the last day of registration. You got to take me to football registration. Like no lie. And so I begged him till my mom got annoyed, and she was like, Rennie, I'm a junior, so she's like, Rennie, you got to take him. And I gave him no choice, man. He took me out there. And they worked so much, man, that they never could make it to my practices. So, like, my Little League coach literally picked me up for every single one of my practices. Yeah, like, when I say that's family, like, they blessed me, man, like, for real.
Wow.
They took me to every practice and, like, really poured into me, man, and just changed my life, which is why I do what I do now.
You know what happened, Mason?
Yeah.
They probably brought him out there, hit somebody. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna pick him up."
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna get him every day.
We got him.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
We got him.
Now, I want you to think about that because she flashed us a little bit.
Oh, we got a hot seat next to.
Yeah, we do. Well, I might save it, but yeah, I want to save it. Well, okay, save it or give it to him. Give it to him or save it. Save it. Give it to him. Give it to him. Real quick. Your junior year.
Yeah.
You decide, you know what? I've done all I can do here. I got responsibilities. The NCAA ain't helping me out.
Yeah.
I got to go to the league.
Man, I think we might want to.
No. We're going to talk about that on the other side.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
Enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Adopt US Kids presents multiple choice parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Maceo Hurd.
It's your boy E. Glaze. You listen to the dopest sports show on radio. It's The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
Time for the Hot Seat Hotline.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, we're going to the hot seat. We're going to throw some questions at our man, Rennie. See if he ready to get these to dropping these real quick ones, man. You want to start out, Maceo?
Yes, sir. That moment where you was like, ooh, I'm in the NFL.
Man, the moment when I saw my name pop up on the TV screen, Roger Goodell said, Rennie Curan, Tennessee Titans, 97 pick. Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
Who is that guy in the SEC that you, when you hit him, you were like, I'm so glad I got a good one on him?
Man. Shoot, dang, that's a good question. Man, in the SEC, it's probably Ben Tate.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a load, man.
Yeah, Big Ben.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. Ben Tate, he was real.
First time you run out in between the hedges. What was that feeling like?
Man, it was like heaven. I mean, just
you got a big old smile on your face, like you just went back to that.
It was like heaven. I mean, just because you think about all the hard work. I mean, it don't even seem real. Like you see 100,000 people in the stands, and it's just like everybody just blends into one.
Yeah.
It's like an ocean of people.
Wow.
So and then like it gets so loud sometimes where like you can't even hear yourself talk. And then once the ball snaps, like it's like you in your own little room by yourself. Everything goes quiet. Believe it or not. Called being in the zone, but that's really what it's like, man.
Your favorite field that you made everybody shut up?
South Carolina. Yeah.
William Bryce.
Yeah, William Bryce Stadium, man. That was,
they on top of you, William Bryce, too.
Yeah. It was loud.
Your biggest hit?
Man, biggest hit. It's probably the one I can't even remember the quarterback's name, but we played Arizona State. I ran through clean, blitz play, man. His helmet came off. I got up. It was loud, yeah.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah. Felt great.
Your greatest victory?
Man, greatest victory. Man, it was the last year I was at UGA, winning fourth quarter. Had about 10 seconds left against South Carolina again. batted down the pass.
Oh man, yeah, I think I
Crowd
remember
went
that game.
crazy. Yeah, man.
I remember that game.
Yeah, that was the greatest victory I had, man.
Great moments, great moments. Going back to get that degree.
Man, 2 classes away. So 2 classes away. I'll be graduating in May. So I'm excited about that. Make mama proud.
Yeah.
And the rest is gonna be history, man. I'm excited.
When we come back, we're gonna let them answer that question and make sure you're through it. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it. And it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ. And He guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Erica hanging out with Maceo and Glaze on the Crush Sensation Station Network. We're talking about that NFL on Tuesdays. That's right. Go Falcons.
Hey man, we're back. Still with our man Rennie Curan right now. So, make sure you ask the question again, sir.
Man, I forgot what the question was. Nah, just joking. So, like I say, junior year is complete. Yeah. You got to go. Because it's just, the NCAA is making so much money off you guys, and you're not getting anything back. Just explain that thought process where you like, I got to take care of the family.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what a lot of fans, especially in the college football world, do not think about. You know, they don't think about the off-the-field issues and family situations that a lot of guys come from. Like when you look at the situation from a lot of athletes that come to a D1 school. A lot of them are from small towns. Mm-hmm. Some of them don't have, they come from split families. I mean, there's just all type of scenarios, but everybody's focused on this guy that's making a play. This quarterback, if he did well or not. They're not thinking about anything about his personal life. At this time, I'm at UGA. I had my little girl my sophomore year. Mm-hmm. My family's struggling. So that Pell Grant check that I get, I got to split that in half, and help my family. I mean, this is real issues in it, but, football-wise, I'm getting, I'm making these plays. I'm making everybody proud.
Because the 35 jersey.
Yeah, 35,
It was in the stores alongside the number 7.
Yeah.
We get it.
35 jerseys selling in Walmart. Sport. My dad working at Walmart, and I'm going in, Walmart to buy my own jersey.
Wow.
See, so it's a crazy system.
Because the Walmart give you the jersey, NCAA goes crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But if I sell my jersey, it's a problem. But I had to go through that process of just the pros and cons. Do I come out, go to the league, and have the opportunity to help my family, my daughter? Being able to just have the opportunity to have a say so in my life,
right.
and just my brand and what I've built, or do I come back, finish my degree? Become an all-time leading tackle at Georgia potentially. Mm-hmm. Do a lot of things that was for myself. So it was really for selfless reasons that I decided to go to the league, take that leap of faith. And it wasn't easy at all. I was a team captain at that time. So it was a lot of battles I was going through internally. But like I said, a lot of people just don't understand that aspect of it, man. And once that guy's gone, if you don't make it to the league, don't nobody talk about it,
No more.
A lot of people can't tell me who won the national championship 3 years ago or whatever.
Right.
Or who was on that team or what they're doing now or where they're working at now. Nobody cares. It's all about who's wearing that jersey. You know, who's next.
So,
yeah.
When you made the decision and you go in, and like you said, you made the chance, how would you describe your NFL experience?
Man, it got real, man. Just a cutthroat business. Cutthroat. That's the first thing you learn, man, going through your first training camp. I mean, you get to know guys, or first, even before you get to your training camp, you go through the combine process. I mean, my God. They evaluate they evaluate every single inch of your body, man. They want to know, I remember the first day we got there, we sat down, they wanted to know every single injury I've had since, even if you was in Little League, they want to know. You sprain your ankle, whatever, they're going to get you an MRI on your whole entire leg. They're going to EKG you, blood test, everything, personality test, reaction test, color test, memory test. And then you got to sit, like what I tell kids all the time is about being in the hot seat is you got to get interviews. You're sitting there, you're in front of the GM, like the Tennessee Titans. I had to sit there in front of the GM, linebackers coach, D coordinator, pro personnel, everybody, and it's just me. And I got to answer for everything that I've done up to that point. And it gets real, man. So I was glad I did, for the most part, did things right. I have a few,
right.
You can't lie at that point.
And they know about it already.
Yeah, they know.
They already know.
Yeah, the GM sitting there with a report. Everything you did, he's already talked to your head coach. He's already talked to your strength and conditioning coach, your trainers. Some of them gone back to your high schools, places you hung out at, and they know everything.
Wow.
Got FBI to run, do everything.
I just say, people don't know the feds down with the NFL, so they know.
Yeah,
they already know.
Most NFL teams have somebody on their staff that's former FBI that travels with them. Yeah, most all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tell kids that all the time. Don't think like what you're doing now doesn't matter. Yeah.
Biggest thing, because when we're going to take you into our rundown, because we want to make sure we talk about the book, make sure we get all that in.
Yeah.
When you left the NFL, when we're trying to get back in.
Yeah.
What's the number one lesson you learned?
Man, that's a great question. I mean, the number one lesson I really learned is really to know what my true definition of success is. Because so many guys, I've seen so many guys, like I said, that play 10, 15, 20 years, and then they walk away, no matter how much success they had, they feel like a failure. Because it was about those things, like their definition of success was something that was of no substance, something that was temporary.
That Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley, that money.
That Rolex.
That admiration they felt from making a big play or whatever. But I learned that your definition it has to be defined by something of more substance, your faith. You know what I'm saying? Who you becoming as a man. All those things, man. And that's so important. And it happens in every aspect of life. You look at celebrities, the same thing. Like look at Kanye West.
Yeah, he losing his mind.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
In the streets, yeah.
This man has so much talent, Grammys, whatever, beautiful wife, but still, go
still
crazy.
Not happy.
How is that?
Yeah. When we come back, man, we're gonna go into this rundown. We got to talk about this book too, man. So stay with us.
Uncle Dan, Mom, Dad. If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
This is Spencer Smith with Triple H Tackling Academy, and you're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We're going to this Crush Rundown brought to you by Parish Capital. At Parish Capital, we help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to Parish Capital. That's P-A-R-R-I-S-H, capital with an A.com for more information. All right, man. We still here with Rennie, man. Maceo, got anything else for my man, man? I got a few more for him.
Yeah, because I want to go on and jump into it because the guy's an author.
Yeah.
You know, he wrote a book called Free Agent, The Perspectives of a Young African-American Athlete. What got you into, what made you want to become an author and write this book?
Man, really, honestly, I can't lie. It was just God, like, planting that in me, like, to want to deliver this message. I had just been cut not too long after that. I got tired of just working out, started to vent, and all of a sudden, I realized that I could reach so many people by where I'm at in life. By being in that no man's land and this time of uncertainty, which so many people get to, whether they lose a job, go through divorce, whether they lose somebody close to them, they lose a business. My dad went through that. Worked a business for 20 years and lost it. So it was similar to where I was at. You know, working this, I've been achieving this dream or chasing this dream for so long, and now I get cut, and now I'm back home, and I'm like, what am I going to do now? So that's what really got me going with the idea of writing the book and using the analogy of being a free agent, because at some point we all go through transition. We all become free agents. And something I poured my heart into, man. I wrote it all myself, didn't get a ghostwriter. Was in Starbucks, was in Waffle House, on planes, you know, just writing, man. And
Starbucks are like authors' places, right?
Yeah.
You write all kind of books in there.
And for me, man, I never ever liked to write. I never ever liked to, you know, do. You know, when I was younger, so it was something, like I said, that just came, man. It wasn't, you know, just.
So when people read this book, man, what do you want them to get from it?
Really, just learning how to bounce back from transitions. You know, from adversity.
Yeah.
And then also understanding what matters most in life. Like I said, understanding your true definition of success, understanding your true identity, aside from everything that life or the world may tell you means success. When you take away your job, when you take away your bank account, all those things, you know, that make you sometimes feel a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right.
You know? So that's why I really want them to get out of this book, man. And it's been awesome. This is my first of many. I'm about to hopefully release 2 or 3 more.
Wow.
You know, this year, next year. So stay tuned. Look out for that. Yeah.
I love that, man. I love that.
Just going after it, man.
Yeah. Because I just, when you talk about that no man's land,
being
in that no man's land, and it's crazy because a lot of kids, we always talk about kids and what they're going through.
Yeah.
They don't understand that you're going to be a person, you're going to have a career longer than your NFL career. You're going to outlive your NFL career.
Exactly.
Why don't kids understand that?
Man, it's tough because, you know, you don't really have foresight when you're young. You know, I remember thinking when I was little that I was going to make it to the NFL and that was going to be it. You know, it was going to be like the movies. You know, I'll buy my mama a house, I get whatever toys I want, and then it'll be like the movies, like you hop in your car, you ride off into the sunset, and the credits scroll. But I never thought about the fact that, dang, after this is over, I still got to live. Like, I still have to have the rest of my life. And that's what kind of hits you when it does come to an end, man, that you never really think about. Even after college, I thought when I made it to UGA, that was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be another 35 after this. That was,
and that's
and
funny.
then, and then you look back. I mean, think about how many running backs have come.
Oh my
Before
goodness.
Noshawn Marino, who was it? Before Herschel Walker, it was another guy.
Yeah.
It's just an ongoing cycle.
Because it's crazy, man. Steve Smith basically was his last game. 37, and you like, that's
Right.
it? He still got a lot of life to live out
Yeah.
here. So when you go public speak now,
Yeah.
what is some of the things that you like to touch upon? Is it mostly focusing on the book or just life in general? What you like to talk about?
Just life in general, man. I love talking about just whether it's high school level, businesses, associations, capitalizing on opportunity, really just utilizing a lot of the principles that I learned in my life from the field and applying it to any aspect of life, man. So whether it's business or the faith piece, I love just empowering people, man, helping them reach their fullest potential.
Now dispel this myth for everybody because, like I say, they don't understand that it's Uncle Sam out there.
Oh man!
When I get this check, so the paper say it's this.
Yeah.
But now it's really this.
Yeah, and that's another thing that people don't really realize. Like number one, when you get your contract and it says $3 million, $3 million contract. You gotta think that's over 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting. It's not like Publishers Clearinghouse where they.
Hey, here's your $3 million check.
No, so you might get 500, which I'm not saying that's a small amount of money, but you're getting 500 that first year, which Uncle Sam got to get his cut. So that's 30%.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, you got a tithe. That's 10%.
Right.
Then you got this is all before you bought your car and you done this and that. So you're looking at. The agent got to get some. He got to get his fees back from when he paid for you to go train.
Yeah.
So he's sending you an invoice of like 30 racks. You get that. So yeah, and then like I said, there's the taxes and the fact that you get it's broken down year to year. So most people don't think about that aspect.
So how important is, as you can see, is your circle around you?
Man, it's everything. It's everything, and a lot of times, unfortunately. A lot of guys who get burnt, it's their family, it's the people closest to them. It's not like that business advisor, that agent. It's the people who are like, I wiped your butt, like let me hold 10, 10K.
They start bringing up.
And you can't really say no.
Remember when I bought that McDonald's for you back in the day?
Yeah.
What was probably the craziest business proposal that somebody brought to you? Like, hey, Rennie, look here, man, Rennie, we can get this popping now.
Yeah. So, man, I got so many. It's just I look through old emails and I'm like, what? Like, this dude is coming at me for what? I mean, I got you just get people who the craziest thing is, I mean, unfortunate part, you'll get friends who will come and out of nowhere, you ain't talked to them in 5 years.
Yeah.
And you thinking they just want to meet up and catch up on old times, but then they'll show up and they'll have somebody else with them. And it'll be like the only reason they met with you is because they were trying to get a referral to introduce you to somebody else. Just crazy stuff like that. So I understand why some celebrities get angry and they become antisocial. It's not right, but I understand it. After you get burnt like that by people you trust, it's like and you don't have that. You're not anchored in the right way with your faith, man. You'll go crazy, man. You'll stop trusting people. Yeah. You'll think everybody's out to get something from you.
Man, he want a Bentley, man.
Let me switch gears a minute. You played up under Mark Rick, and how did you feel about how that went down at the end for him?
It's tough, man. I think it kind of sets a bad precedence for where college football is going because he was a guy who poured so much into players that came through his program. Then maybe it's arguable that he didn't win the most games, whatever. But you can't say without a doubt that when guys left his program, they were better as men.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I think that's the most important thing. How you represent your program, how the guys who play in your program represent themselves, how they leave, who they are after they leave. He was doing a lot, man. He still does a lot for our program that's not really talked about. For guys who played. I know I'm a guy personally. I've called him, several times just to ask for advice, or he dang did the forward for my book.
Right.
He didn't have to do that. This was after like 2-3 years after I played at Georgia.
You long gone.
Yeah, I'm long gone. He didn't have to pick up the phone, but he's a guy who I knew, like if I really needed him, he would pick up the phone, and that's a guy you're gonna go hard for.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he's gonna do at Miami, what he's already done, and it's gonna work out great for him.
Now the infamous mat drills that everybody talked about that he brought along. Just talk about those morning sessions and why kids have to understand it's work to become this kind of athlete. It's work.
It was unimaginable work. I mean, waking up at 4 a.m. Just things that you can't even think that your body can handle. Mentally, just showing up and like you got to be in perfect formation. You got to do this drill completely perfect at 5 a.m. And one person mess up, so y'all got to do everything over, and you dog tired, your heart feeling like it's about to beat out your chest, and you still got to go hard, and then you got to show up like that next day, man. You not even feeling like getting out of bed, and then you got to, after this 4 a.m. workout till about 6, you got to now wake up, go to class, and compete with kids who are top of their class.
Yeah, and who rested well last night.
Yeah, and I'm taking accounting or something, and I done did mat drills.
Hey, man,
and it's cold, man. Yeah, it was crazy.
About to take a quick break. When we come back, man, we're going to finish up our interview with Rennie. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
The dream of the future, brought to reality by Sensation Station Network.
This is Bobby Yalla.
This is Judge Hatchett.
Lamar Batman Curran. Yo, this is Teddy Parrish.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on
Sensation Station Network.
Before I say that, man, I just still want to make sure we say it again. Keon, man, rest in peace, man. Just
great guy.
God, we miss Keon Carpenter.
Man, I sat there, me and Nikki were talking about that, man. Just sitting there watching the interview with him, man. Yeah. Just in tears, man.
When I just heard his voice then, man, I just, golly, man. That's just still
you never know.
Family, man.
We never know, man.
Keon was a friend of the show, man, and we gonna miss you, bro. We gonna miss you, man. This 9 o'clock hour brought to you by the Lifeline Project of Cobb Douglas Community Service Board. Lifeline provides free HIV testing at its Marietta site Monday through Friday. Lifeline is committed to educating on HIV to increase the public's awareness and decrease the myths and stigma that surround the virus. More information, call 770-499-2422 or visit them on the web at cobbcsb.com. So, Rennie, thank you so much, man, for braving the storms to come out here with us, man. We appreciate it, man. What's next for you? What you got going on right now, bro?
Man, the possibilities are endless for me, man. Writing more books. I'm doing a lot of speaking. Got a character tour coming up out in Griffin, Georgia. Working with a guy by the name of John Gordon, who does a lot of speaking as well. I'm getting into leadership speaking, consulting. Still doing music. I don't know how far that's going to go, but still playing.
This man
piano,
play
drums,
3 instruments, people.
Produce and whatnot. So loving that, man. Working with some sports startups, a sports startup called Sport Chirp. That's going to be like a Yelp or like a Glassdoor for sports, man. I'm just doing a lot, man. I'm really trying to just utilize all the gifts.
Still like you can knock somebody out, too, man.
I'm still waiting on the call, too. Don't get it twisted. I'm still training and, hoping and praying for a call. If not, man, I'm good. Like, I'm happy.
Because to me, it seems like you've made the most of your contacts, your experiences, and your platform, and you're continuing to build. It's like it's greater stuff out there for Rennie. I see that.
Yep. So I'm really just utilizing that, trying to maximize my platform, but also show guys how to do the same thing. So I'm planning on being on a lot of college campuses, a lot of high schools, and just showing guys to get out of that mindset of just being a jock. And doing more, because once it ends, man, it's real. Whether it's high school, whether it's
and it's gonna end.
Yeah, it's gonna end.
It's gonna end.
Nobody likes to hear that because that's like talking about your funeral.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you, leverage is the word when you have that jersey on, so that when it does come off, it's a smoother transition. Yeah. Yep. Leverage is the word.
That's Glade's favorite word, right?
Love that word.
Love that word.
Yeah.
So if you look back. And what do you want the UJ fans to say about how Rennie Curan played the game?
Man, he was a guy that was relentless, a guy that tapped every bit of his potential that he could. A guy that didn't take plays off. So I hope that's what they see when they watch my film years from now. And that's what I want my children and my children's children to see when they watch it. I want them to be proud. I've always wanted to just represent something great. My hometown, Snellville. Everybody, somebody, yeah.
Brookwood Broncos.
Man, I just always wanted to make everybody proud. So that's it.
When you get an opportunity, say you could still working out, you're around some of these kids.
Yeah.
When you see a kid shortchanging a little bit,
what
do you go over there and tell him?
Man, I tell him, man, don't even waste your time. Like, just go ahead and go join the band. I'm like, it's too hard, man. Like, it's so hard to, even make it to the University of Georgia to play at a D1 level. I'm like, you're not gonna commit yourself to this, man, and you just here because your parents, pay for you to be here. Man, I'm like, don't even waste your time. Just go do something else because you are doing a disservice to everybody here right now, including yourself.
Where can they find the book, and where they can find out more about you, man?
So the book is available basically on any online retailer. So you go on iTunes, you're gonna find it. You go on Audible, you're gonna find it. Barnes and Nobles, it's out there, man. So yeah, hope it'll be the best $20 investment you make this year.
Hey, Rennie got to go. His daddy calling him. Hey, man, we thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate the love, Rennie, man. Hey, we definitely got to have you back, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it, guys.
About to take some photos, man. We'll be right back.
Happy New Year.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to save.
Hey, this is Kia McEwen with Ivory Chevrolet, hanging out with my boys Emmanuel and Maceo on The Crush on the wonderful Sensation Station Network. Yeah.
Really, Mace? Really, Glaze? Really, Crush fans? This is the section of the show where we question the intelligence of our sports brethren. Hey, man, first shout out to Rennie, man, for coming in, bro.
Oh, man.
Great interview.
Hey, man. But that guy all right with me.
Look like he, I ain't gonna challenge him.
Nah, look like he's still doing supersets.
I ain't about them problems.
Look like he's still doing supersets.
Well, everybody else,
He probably throwing up 325.
That's part of his set. Yeah, that's part of what he do, man.
Yeah.
But we gotta jump in this really, man, because there are some of y'all out there who, wow, we still questioning. 2017, y'all haven't changed, so let's get into it, man. Who you starting off with, man?
Hey, man, number 42 for Clemson. I'm not gonna call the kid name. Really, dude? You really gonna violate a guy on the field like that, man? And the whole world, dude. Nothing can save you from that video right there, dude. Explain to me what you doing. I'm just glad he had gloves on.
He was rubbing.
He trying to give a dude a prostate exam.
All up in his booty.
Yeah, and then you reaching for everything.
And then they blew it up on it too to show you his hand doing that.
Yes, what were you doing?
And then gonna try to apologize. What you gonna apologize
He
about?
He can't be popular in the locker room right now.
Nah, you sitting by yourself. Doggone no
Like,
man.
Really, dude? Like I say, and I don't want to put the kid name out there, but if you Google number 42 for Clemson, I mean, he plays. I felt bad for Samuel, man.
He just rolling on.
How you explain yourself with that?
You just looking at him like, dog, we just won and you just made it nasty. Just all X-rated on the field.
Man.
See, you the reason why everybody be like, yeah, see, I told you they something.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. You're a booty bandit.
You are a booty bandit.
Wow, really?
And it wasn't like he did it quick either. He took his time with it.
I mean, he felt dude up.
He felt him straight up.
Man, he need to register as a sex offender, dog.
Yeah, he could claim charges on that.
Yes, Lord have mercy, man.
I would. I mean, if I felt like, if I saw, especially if you, maybe so, you come out you the other guy. You come out the field, you see that, you like, everybody gonna look at you like, dog, you didn't feel that? You didn't feel him up there?
Listen, stuff goes on at the bottom of piles. But I've never...
Man, I've been punching the ribs. I punched the
ribs.
I poked the knife.
Right, yeah.
I ain't never thought, let me give me a feel.
But I've been on... Come on, go. What's next, man? What's next? Let's get off there, man. What's next, man?
Really, Ohio State...
Oh!
You could score 1 point.
Oh, Bobby Olive right here.
Bobby.
You gonna do Bobby Olive like that? You gonna do B.O. like that?
Y'all couldn't score 1 point?
He say Buddy should have been charged with assault.
He should have. But Bobby, Ohio State, come on. I know Clemson was good, but Louisville put 60 on them, 50-some points on that defense. Y'all couldn't get a point? And I make sure post it. Y'all ain't gonna score. I'm like, nah, they gonna score. Y'all didn't. Really? What you got, Maceo?
Hey, man.
You know we kind of went left with that first story. You probably should get that last.
Well, I'm going even further left right here.
Lord.
Really, Mariah Carey. That's how you gonna bring New Year's in, Mariah Carey. Really, Mariah Carey. Not only were they playing your album over probably a Bluetooth or probably a Beats Peel or something, you forgot the words to your own song. Didn't you write those songs?
She got mad because the word didn't pop up for her.
Really, Mariah Carey. But first of all, what Mariah have on?
Mariah. You 40-something.
Mariah, you older than me, Mariah.
You gotta chill with that, man.
This not Vision of Love, Mariah, or Honey, Mariah. This crazy, Mariah.
For everybody who thought it was Nick's fault, now y'all seeing some things.
Really, Mariah Carey.
Y'all thought it was Nick's fault.
And the fact that she just walked off stage like...
You know what she looked like? Remember Coming to America, Section Chocolate that walked off the stage?
Section Chocolate.
That's who Mariah looked like.
Section Chocolate.
She dropped the mic. I'm done.
Really, Mariah?
Wow.
Man.
You know what? I got it really for you, Maceo.
Yes, sir.
All you 18,000 Atlanta Falcon fans, really y'all gonna sign a petition to keep Mike Vick out the thing yesterday?
This y'all team, though. Y'all cheer for these guys.
Y'all 18,000 people signed a petition.
Y'all cheer for these guys, but okay.
To keep Mike Vick out. That's why I'm glad when he came in, it went crazy when he walked up in there. That's what I thought. I'm so glad they gave him some love up in there because some of y'all, that tell me one thing. Some of y'all can't let stuff go. It's been a decade since that happened.
The Shaw Squad.
This man done talked to more humane society than any of y'all put together.
Hey, man, the guy can own a dog now.
He has done everything
he has a dog
he can.
now. He has a dog now, everybody.
In Atlanta, and look, I'm going to talk. Deion said that's his house. No. Let's be real. When Vic was here, the city was on fire.
Well, a lot of y'all, truth be told, only became Falcon fan when Mike Vick came to town.
True. Y'all can only
say
that.
I mean,
about 2001.
because half of y'all don't even know who Steve Bartkowski is or Alfred Jenkins.
Yeah.
But hold on. Can I keep going? Yeah. Really, Atlanta Falcons? Y'all don't invite Andre Rison?
I think they tried.
No, they didn't.
We can't find Rison.
Andre Rison ain't that hard to find.
Can
man.
we find Rison? Can we find him?
Terrence Mathis, though. You can't invite Andre Rison? Andre Rison, the greatest wide receiver to ever play in Atlanta.
When last time you heard of Andre?
It don't matter about that, man. Andre Rison is the greatest wide receiver to ever play in the city.
Nobody fight that, Mason. When last time you heard of Andre?
Man, listen, he done changed the phone on about 9 times, but how you ain't invite Andre Rison?
Last time Rison, his house was burning down.
At least drive one of them Mustangs out there and have Rison jersey on the back of it.
It was there. We just on somebody else.
Really, Atlanta Falcons?
We invited Andre Rison.
When Andre Rison going up in the Ring of Honor, man?
Can we find him first, myself?
You don't have to find him to put him in the Ring of Honor.
You want him at least to be there.
Why?
Is he dead?
Man, that's Dre Rison, man.
Make sense. When the last time you see somebody not be there for his own jersey?
Man, Dre Rison ain't hard to find, man. Bad Moon, that's right, man. Dre Rison is the greatest wide receiver.
Y'all can be there and agree with Maceo that. When the last time I heard from Dre Rison? Dre Rison got some charges out here. Y'all don't want to hear nothing about that.
He coaching somewhere, man. He coaching somewhere, man. Maybe he don't want to come back to the city, man.
Maybe he doing something with the water in Flint.
Oh, man. That's tough right there, Glade. That was real. Yeah, you ain't have to do that.
No, I get political with them Flint people. Anyway, man, so Lane Kiffin, way to find another way to get fired before you get to somewhere else. Really, Lane, you probably was up there trying to sneak in the Knicks recruiting book. This is what probably happened, man. And Nick probably looked at that film and like, we only put 24 points on that team? Nah, go ahead, Lane.
He tried.
Go ahead, Lane.
Hey, he was out there point shaving.
Hey, go ahead, Lane. We good.
He was out there point shaving.
Nick say Sarkisian ain't drunk in a while, so we good.
Listen, y'all know Tuscaloosa. Once they hired Sarkisian, Tuscaloosa became a dry state, a dry city.
No city.
Ain't
dry.
no alcohol.
Y'all can be mad at
Tuscaloosa.
Sarkisian on that one.
But you know what I like about it? Nick Saban was like, look, I'm gonna do the press conference. I'm gonna tell y'all, that dude out of here.
Man, I looked at
go on to FAU, bro.
Well, he stepped on that podium for the game for the Peach Bowl. He's so clean, man. The pants were creased.
I told you, it looked like they cut Nick Saban out of a magazine.
Nothing was out of place.
No, you got to see him in person, man. He glow, man. He got the glow.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Great leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Hey, this is Teddy Parrish, and you're listening to The Crush on ssnatl.com.
Hey, man, about to jump into this college football right now, man. What a great weekend, man. There was a lot of great games that went on. Let's talk about something so that we kind of jumped out at me, man. First of all, shout out to the Georgia teams. They did all right. Georgia Tech beat Kentucky.
Georgia Tech and Georgia got it in.
Georgia beat TCU. Congratulations.
They beat Kenny Thrill Hill. Trill Hill, my bad, Trill.
Louisville only scored 9 points this weekend.
Hey, man, the Heisman Trophy curse continues for guys in bowl games.
And Michigan, FSU, Florida State, boy, they so happy right now, boy.
Hey, man, Dalvin Cook is a difference maker, man.
Fournette or Dalvin?
Dalvin.
You go Dalvin?
I'm going Dalvin.
What about you, Coach?
Dalvin.
Yeah.
Dalvin the best back in this draft right here.
I think they're going to go Fournette first. I don't know why. I like Dalvin better.
The 40 time is going, once Dalvin run that 40 time, they're going to be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it should be interesting. But right now they got, you know how the prognosticators say they got Fournette higher than him right now. But I like Dalvin better.
Wait till February. Wait till the combine.
Big Ten. Iowa. 3 points, really?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Like I said, Penn State scoring all the points they can for the Big Ten.
Yeah, they trying to catch up.
But, you know,
they're trying to catch up.
I've been arguing with Bobby Olive half the day, and he say, you know, it's really only 4 teams in the Big Ten, maybe 5. But, okay.
Wisconsin beat Western Michigan. You know, Western, you fought.
Listen.
You fought.
I fought Wisconsin for not just lining up and running the ball down their throat all day.
You got 6-7 guys, you're killing them, you're trapping down and all that stuff, and then you try to be fancy.
Run the ball down their throat all day.
Beat them up. Make them tap out. But no, y'all want to be cute with it. throw and all that. Right now, Penn State, USC is 49 apiece.
Yes, sir.
It's like a basketball game. Ain't no defense being played. Try to Penn State. Penn State say, one of these going to end up, Maceo going to either be, I told you USC, or maybe Penn State should have been in there.
Either way, the committee, man, the committee got it wrong, man.
So let's talk about that for a minute. Ohio State blanked versus Clemson.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on that game?
I didn't see that coming.
Me either.
Honestly, didn't see that coming. We understood Ohio State skill guys were young, but they played the whole season now. You just expect with a month off, wrinkles.
I played every scenario in my head. 31-0 never came up.
Nah. You have a veteran in JT Barrett who's played in big games.
Yeah.
He's been in the wars. I mean, you think about it, if he didn't break his ankle his freshman year, he probably wins the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, and you look at what Deshaun showed why he's the best player in the country.
Well, we also got to see that Clemson was a little distracted all year because this is all they were thinking about.
Yeah, they
just wanted to get in the playoffs, and now they're gonna get their shot.
And I think it's time for us to start really recognizing how great a coach Dabo is. He's got to win it, I know, but for him to blank Ohio State, to beat Urban Meyer, the guy across the court.
Yeah.
Coach done threw me off. Across the field.
Yeah.
31-0. Urban has never been shut out as a coach.
Never. Nowhere he's been. But
and
again,
Dabo's defense, who I didn't think was that great,
I didn't either.
Shut him out.
But I think with Dabo, what Dabo does a great job of, he is one heck of a recruiter.
Oh, yeah.
It's plenty of talent. They lost a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And for them to be right back in this place, they lost a lot of guys in the NFL too.
Yeah, Penn State just choked it through an interception. USC is taking it down to the 40.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. USC should have been in the playoffs, baby. I stand by what I said. I'm trying to tell y'all.
But I was looking at that game, and it just looked like Ohio State had nothing to go against.
Well,
go ahead, Coach.
I got to make a comment. I received something from a buddy of mine talking about Dabo Swinney.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He talk about guts.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that a lot of coaches don't talk about today, he talked about those players love each other.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that 2007 national championship team in Florida. Those guys loved each other, man.
Yeah.
And when you have a love in that locker room,
oh yeah, no doubt,
it can get you through the tough times when everybody was questioning them throughout the year.
Oh yeah.
But they were geared for this one moment. Now, next Monday night,
yeah,
you got to be able to just stand up to the moment.
He has 4.
Yeah.
And when you got 4 gave him almost 500 yards offense last year.
And they put 40 points on Bama.
Right. They listen. This is why he came. This is why he's here.
Yeah.
For this moment right here.
This is what it is. Clemson showed me a lot that game. For them to shut out Ohio State, even though Ohio State is young.
Yeah.
Which is going to, but that wasn't, you still put points on the defense. And
right.
You couldn't score.
Yeah.
That told me a little bit about how Dabo is in doing with that defense.
But the cover not bad over there at Ohio State.
Ohio State's fine. One team that's going to be back with a vengeance next year.
I mean, you bring it back. It seems like JT Barrett been in college for like 7 years now.
He got extra years.
Jesus, this kid been in college a long time.
And
he has 1 more year eligibility.
He got a 7-year vet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the next game, Alabama versus Washington. I can say this, Peterson, Washington's going to be a tough team to deal with over the next few years.
Yeah.
Chris, because they had nobody over 6'5" on the line.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this because I watched Washington play about 3 or 4 times this year.
Yeah.
If they had just ran any semblance of the offense they've ran during the year, their first drive, that was their offense. The rest of the night, I mean, I don't know what they were doing. And I know Browning once he started getting hit, he started looking in the line. And he
started getting a little nervous.
Yeah, he started getting a little nervous. But, I mean, they should have took some more shots.
Everybody say Alabama's weakness now is their corners going, and you can go deep on them.
Yeah.
They did that early.
They did it early, and they got away from it.
And all of a sudden they start doing screens. I'm like, no, you're not going to beat Bama right there. They're too fast sideline to sideline.
And the fact that, like I told you, it came across as a blowout. But you looked at a team with, like I say, Lane Kiffin kept Washington in the game.
Yeah.
But Washington, if they could have just generated any kind of offense. Now, they had bad field position for most of the night.
Yeah.
The field stayed negative for Washington most of the night.
Yeah. And when we come back, man, we're going to talk about the game this weekend. Coach, you can come in as well. The thing about Alabama that everybody was talking about, I saw weaknesses, man.
Listen,
I saw a lot of weaknesses.
Alabama is not indestructible.
Yeah.
They not.
They built them up to be that. But when we come back, man, we're going to dive into this championship game.
USC would have put points on Alabama.
The USC team wouldn't have been beat 53-0.
No, sir.
It'd have been a different game.
Yes, sir.
Stay with us.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. A dollar today is not worth the same as a dollar tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
This is Tracy Hutchins with CBS 46 News. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
One of the best games in college football was just played, boy. USC Penn State. USC with the last second field goal wins, man. 52-49. Wow. So let's talk about it, man. Guys, Coach is with us. Coach Lewis Preston is in the building, man. What's up, Coach, man?
Man, I'm so happy to be back. Happy New Year.
It's time, Coach. It's time, Coach. It's time.
Before we get you into the basketball world, Clemson, Alabama. What y'all think?
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
It ain't as all Alabama that everybody thought it was.
31-20 Clemson.
Ooh. You got to put no points, too.
Ooh. Listen. Clemson is not going to be scared.
No.
Clemson coming in with a full clip.
I guarantee you they put this on the board since last year on the 10th.
And understand this. I'm never going to count Alabama out because that's Alabama.
Yeah.
True freshman quarterback on this stage.
Yeah.
He didn't look good last week. And like I said, maybe some of it was Lane Kiffin's play calling.
Yeah.
And now you have a new play caller. Well, he's not even really a new play caller. He's been there majority of the season. So I don't think they do anything too much different because I think he won't really put his imprint on the offense to off season when he gets to it's his system. But hey, Clemson won't be scared.
And the one thing Clemson won't do what Washington did, not going down the field. They got talent, speed,
Mike Williams,
size. They will go down the field on Alabama. I'm looking at this to be. I don't know yet, Coach. Only thing that really with Sarkisian coming in as the OC, and then you got the freshman quarterback who, honestly, in the big stage, haven't been that impressive. You need that running game. If Clemson stops the running game, Bama's in trouble.
That'll be hard.
If Clemson stop, because you're gonna go with Bo, and then they can go with the other guy, number 34, at running back.
It's gonna be on Hurts. I think Clemson will. I think Clemson is gonna sit there and they're gonna load up on that run. They're gonna dare Jalen Hurts.
They're gonna dare him.
But then this is Nick Saban we talking about. All Nick Saban do is win.
Yeah, you know Nick.
All Nick do is win.
He probably won't sleep till Monday night because he probably up because he
won't sleep then because he'll be talking about recruiting.
Yeah, you know he probably looked at that film. That's why he got rid of Lane. He looked at the film and was like, he ain't doing something.
Oh, that's a safety. That's a safety.
He ain't.
He got out of there. Oh, my bad, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lane. He looked at that film with Lane like Lane ain't coaching. He ain't doing something.
Lane, you could tell Lane mind wasn't in it.
Yeah,
you
so
could tell Lane mind wasn't
for him to say, all right, we're going with somebody else. Right before that, it's gonna be different. I'm going early, man. 28-24 Clemson.
I just want to know how you get fired on your day off.
Because he Lane Kiffin. Remember,
like Fridays.
When Lane Kiffin got fired from the Raiders, Al Davis brought out an old school projector to show the stuff, the letters that he was talking about. That's the type. This is how Lane Kiffin go out. Tennessee, he left a day of and just took off, go to USC. This is how you get fired.
You know what Lane reminds me of?
What's that?
He reminds me of that trust fund kid that just keep coming back.
He got a, hey, Coach, you said a mouthful there because he got a silver spoon in his mouth now.
Yeah. They love this guy.
He keep getting chances.
They love that guy, boy. They think he's some guru, but
he like a cat.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, now Kiffin done made a lot of money. He done had some nice gigs. That usually guys have to work hard to get them gigs. He done been a head coach in the NFL. He was too young for that. He's coached some very nice programs.
I mean, who get Tennessee, USC? He should have been at FAU. I thought he was gonna get something bigger then. But who you like, Maceo?
I can't go against Nick Saban. I mean, this is what he do. But I do know Jalen Hurts has to play an almost perfect game.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Alabama is they can't turn the ball over.
No.
And Deshaun can't give Alabama one of those non-offensive touchdowns that they like to get. They gonna get their hands on the ball or two.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of the things that really sticks out to me, if you go back and look at Clemson and Ohio State, Venables, who's Clemson's defensive coordinator,
right,
did a complete 180.
Yep.
Yeah.
On his scheme packages,
yeah.
And I think it caught Ohio State totally off guard. I think it was the first time in Urban Meyer's entire career, they all had the deer in the headlight look.
Yeah, I've never seen Urban look like that on the sideline.
And I thought what really stuck out to me was at the end when they went to shake hands, Urban didn't say a word to Dabo Swinney.
Yeah, he was stunned. He was stunned.
I mean, he looked on that sideline like, I don't know what to call.
We
don't have nothing for us today.
They were thoroughly outcoached, outclassed, and I think that's what's going to be interesting. Now, on the flip side of it, as a coach, do you now become paranoid because all of a sudden you switch to OC? And I know that Sarkisian and Lane have worked together, but can he put a couple wrinkles in the next 6 or 7 days that makes you change your entire philosophy again to where now you're on the defensive as opposed to, you're basically dictating what Ohio State was doing all night. So that's the interesting chess match out of this whole thing.
And like you said, what Clemson's going to do is say, all right, young fella.
Yeah, true freshman. They say you cool and all that stuff. We about to find out.
Show us.
We gonna find out if you that cool.
And just to hear those guys from Clemson say, this is what we wanted. Oh yeah, we didn't want nobody else. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to play nobody else. We wanted Bama because 44-40 last year. Bama put up 44 points on Clemson. Bama don't usually score like that, but Clemson. And I think you're gonna see Maceo. I think Deshaun shows out this game.
This is why he came back. This is why he came back.
This is what he came back for.
But this is what he had to come back. Yeah. But this is how he want to go out.
Yeah.
This is how he wants to go out.
And this is the thing, man. I can't wait, man. This is one of them games you're going to just be sitting there like, yeah, this is what I want to see right here. This is what it is. And if Dabo defeats Nick.
He didn't ask coach at Alabama. Coach, that's his job interview.
Coach with these, he already said Pitt State losing their coach. And he said, because that's what Dabo from. He love him some Alabama boy. He just love him some Alabama.
Well, he's an Alabama guy.
That's what he do, man.
He's an Alabama guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But if Saban wins another one, he just solidifies.
I think he just walks off in the sunset. Go do television. Could you imagine Nick Saban and Les Miles in the studio together doing a college football Saturday?
They might break out.
No, I wouldn't watch anything else but those two.
Yeah, I don't know if Nick Saban got a personality for TV though. He's so
but he's the perfect guy with Les Miles. They're the perfect offset to each other.
Yeah, Les off the chain. When we come back, man, that guy you keep hearing who didn't.
It's time to talk hoops, baby.
He done got a couple of people moving jobs. We talk hoops with him when he come back. Stay with us, it's The Crush.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place finish first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is Queen Harrison, U.S. 100-meter hurdler, and I'm rocking with The Crush.
For the first time in 2017, we get to crash the boards with Coach Lewis Preston. Coach Preston, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm feeling good.
So, why is Grayson Allen tripping?
Because he's petty.
Oh, spoiled brat.
He's just a silver spoon kid that just...
I think it's a combination of, I think he had a lot of accolades coming into the season, and Luke Kennard's taking that thunder away from him because Luke Kennard's just playing within the confines of the offense. Luke Kennard really reminds me of what J.J. Redick did between his sophomore and his junior year. Mm-hmm. And that's hard when you had to wait for a year for Brandon Ingram when the year before you would have got to score 20 points off the bench to win the national championship.
Right.
So you got those things going on, and you got people in your ear, and sometimes that pressure can be a little bit overwhelming.
Funny stat, Coach. We talk about the ACC. They got 3 teams in the top 10: Duke, Louisville, UNC. Mm-hmm. All of them started 0-1 in conference play.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that just tells you. I tell you, the ACC is legit this year. Mm-hmm. It's legit from top to bottom. I don't think there's any nights off. Fellas, don't be surprised by Virginia Tech. Buzz Williams has done an incredible job there. Josh Pastner got his signature win on Saturday against Carolina.
And it's funny. It's funny you brought his name up real quick, Coach, because Tech don't have no household names, but they played great defense against that North Carolina squad. That's how I think that's how Tech about to play basketball this year.
I'm the first one to say this because I made the mistake when I was a head coach. If somebody would have asked me, what would I have told Josh Pastner? In year one, you create your culture of playing hard. Because Buzz Williams did the exact same thing at Virginia Tech. Yep. Mm-hmm. And all the ACC coaches said, to a man, that was the hardest place to go play. Because those kids just outworked you.
And they didn't just beat Carolina. They put a little
They
points on
handled
them.
them.
They double digit them when they went up in there. What can we expect from Tech this year?
You know what? I think that game is the signature game to make your players start to believe in what you've been talking about.
Buy-in.
And once you have that buy-in, I think you play even harder. And you know what? It kind of makes those games easier because the one thing, if you get blown out in that first game in the ACC, after they had just played that close game against North Carolina A&T, I think you start to question some things in the locker room.
Hey, man, we about to take a quick break. We got more with Coach, man, because Villanova look like they for real, Coach.
20 straight wins.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that when we come back. Stay with us, man. It's the Crush.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
What is this? You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40! You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
The playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
He will die with that quote.
He for life.
Practice? Let me ask y'all a question before we go to more NCAA.
Playoffs?
What y'all think about Ice Cube's league that he's talking about bringing up with those older players that's no longer in the league anymore?
Hey, man, it ain't nothing like summer league with them guys. That's all it is.
But it's like guys 3-on-3s and all that. You think would you watch that, Coach?
I don't want to watch people like snap ankles and tear ACLs.
It's gonna be a lot of
with a real slow crossover.
There's gonna be a lot of Ben Gay out there. Gary Payton talking about playing. Gary, your hair grayer than mine, bro. Stop.
Come on, GP.
Stop.
Cut that out.
I just want to. We back with Coach, man. Coach. So we talked about Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just like that now up there with that program?
First of all, if you look at Jay Wright.
Yeah.
First of all, his suit game is legit.
Oh, it's tight.
Oh man. What?
We ain't even know.
Killing it.
Especially when he go the blue with the pinstripes.
Oh yeah, he the Godfather in Philly.
Yeah.
But what he's done, he's taken that formula that he had at Hofstra when he was successful in the America East at Hofstra. Tough guards, quality forwards. Don't necessarily need a big man. If he has a big man, so be it.
Right.
But his guards defend in the post as well as anybody. When they get into switching 1 through 4, and they eventually get to switching 1 through 5, it is just hard to beat them.
Yeah.
20 straight games. 20 straight games. 20 straight games.
Yeah. Coach, going back to Carolina real quick. Joe Barry.
Yeah.
Just don't look like he's entertained. Don't look like he want to be out there on the floor. Too much talent to playing the way he playing lately.
You know what? He was phenomenal in the Kentucky game.
Yes.
He was great, and you think that stays consistent. That is the enigma of 18 to 24-year-olds. Like, how can you have Malik Monk? You know, he had the 47-point game, and then the next night he struggled. He struggled against Louisville.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is like, all right, you know, you're going to have the ups and the downs, but can you get them ready at the right time? And that's late February going into March.
So with that, let me ask you a quick question. How was your suit game?
My suit game was all right. Shout out to Clarence Jones, CDA Clothiers, out of Memphis.
I'm about to say, how was your suit game back in the day?
It was okay.
It was all right?
That's why coaches got to have that.
You got to be tight with your suit game.
All right. I will not go back to suits ever again if I ever got back into suits.
Well, let me tell you. So, not to jump out there, how long it took? You had to get all your tailored, though, right?
Yeah. I had to get mine. Come on.
He can't get nothing off the rack.
Yeah, you ain't nothing on the rack for you.
Get nothing off the rack.
You got a short set. You get a short set, you get off the rack.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Go back to summertime? Back to 88?
Got a short set on. You go to a suit.
Coach. Isaiah Briscoe over at Kentucky. Averaging 15.5, 4.2 assists a game. He's really kind of coming on now for old Coach Calipari.
Very, very much like Devin Booker did. Very much just like Devin Booker.
That's exactly what you remind me of.
Kind of play behind the scenes because you had the Harrison twins, and then he and Tyler Ulis were probably better.
Yeah.
But because of Cal's loyalty, he stayed with the Harrison twins, which I respect.
Yeah.
But Devin Booker's showing out in the pros right now.
Yeah.
Over in Phoenix. I mean, he's just doing what he's doing.
He's become a star.
Yeah.
He's become a star.
If you had to right now, who should people who might not know be looking out for right now?
Wow. I tell you, it's Bonte Colson at Notre Dame the other night just really impressed me at Pittsburgh, just knowing the history, being an assistant at Notre Dame for 6 years, going into Fitzgerald Fieldhouse and then going into the Peterson Event Center. For him to have 21 and 14 against Pitt, I mean, that really stuck out to me. Another guy, Rodney Pryor at Georgetown. A lot of people are not talking about him. That kid is putting up numbers.
It's crazy people don't talk about Georgetown.
Well, they're struggling right now, and and I'm one of these old school guys. I mean, I keep seeing all the big guys and everything, and these guys averaging 3, 3.5, 4 rebounds. Yeah, I would have been fired by now because I would have I would have jerked one of them up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna tell you who my guy right now, Coach.
Okay.
Frank Mason at Kansas.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Frank Mason and Devontae Graham together.
Yeah.
You talk about Josh Hart at Villanova along with Jalen Brunson, and you got Devontae Graham and Frank Mason. Frank Mason, and I watched this kid at Massanutten Academy in Virginia when I was at Kennesaw State. His coach at the time, Chad Myers, he was our ball boy at VMI when I played. I watched this kid, and when he first went to Kansas, I said, Chad, man, he over his head, right? Kid has absolutely, positively impressed me and taken it to another level. Reminds me a lot of the kid that I had a chance to coach for a couple years, Tim Frazier at Penn State, he's the starting point guard for the Pelicans.
Yeah, but what Omar said, Xavier's the team to beat over there.
No, Villanova's the team to beat. Yeah, but I like Xavier though. I like Xavier. Shout out to Mike Pegues because he be down here in the ATL getting some recruiting in.
When we come back, man, we're gonna jump into this recap. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
Leaders aren't born.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
This is Bobby Yoller from the Ohio State. I'm kicking it with the crush on Sensation Station Network.
See, Bobby, we got love for you, man. The Crush Recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power 3-spray laugh for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
at their website, Blunt Power. Go to their Facebook page, Blunt Power, or their Twitter page at Blunt Power. Is Florida State for real, Coach?
Offensively and pure talent-wise, yes. I'll never go against Charlton Young, CY, the mayor of Atlanta, when it comes to recruiting. So, I mean, he's done it. He's helped Coach Hamilton do a phenomenal job there. They're kind of under the radar screen. I would agree in regards. I mean, you got to keep your eye on them this year.
Coach, Lonzo Ball in that UCLA squad.
It's Jason Kidd all over again.
Lord have mercy.
Jason Kidd. I mean, he loves to pass, like probably too much. But
because he averages 8 assists a game.
But this is the thing: when you have a guy who loves to do that as a player, as a postman especially, you're going to run the floor harder. As a wing, you're going to get out on the break.
Because you're going to get rewarded.
You want that ball.
You're going to get rewarded.
Exactly.
Yep. You're going to get. And Baylor, they number 2 in the country right now, but I'm like, they hadn't played anybody.
Well, I mean, the Big 12 will play itself out.
Okay.
You know, but
it's just funny to see them at number 2 in the country. You're like, really?
Well, you know what? Scott Drew does a good. He does. I mean, does a great job of recruiting, and he gets a bunch of guys that you don't know a lot about. Then all of a sudden they start playing. I mean, Torian Prince is a great example.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's done a great job of recruiting there, and it's now. Can somebody finally knock Kansas off of the perch? I'm not sure about that though.
Do you see anybody in this state of Georgia getting into 64?
Yeah, I see Georgia.
Georgia get in.
All right, the kid Mayton, Jonathan Mayton at Georgia.
Yeah.
That's another guy to keep your eye out on.
Yeah.
I watched him.
I looked at their record. I'm like, is this really? Because I've seen Georgia. They beat Tech, and I saw what they did with them. I'm just like, are they good enough to get into that 64?
I think they're good enough to get into 64 because of 2 reasons. I think Mark Fox does one of the best jobs of developing guys, 4-year guys, 3-year guys, as well as anybody else in the country. And then the next thing is they play hard. It's not pretty. They play hard and they win games.
This is my question, Cole. Why can't Georgia get some of this talent that's right here in state?
I'll have to tell you that off the air.
Okay. Because I'm looking like I'm at this Wheeler tournament, and I'm sitting there like,
make sure it's just like better talent out there. You see,
like, why not be here? Because Georgia Tech coach was there every night. He was there every night. And he's a young looking joker. It's like they had to call him back off.
Yeah, he do.
He young looking, but I saw every SEC, ACC school at that tournament except Georgia. And to me, that's a problem. I'm like, some of this like they really can build a team with players inside the state.
But there's another side to that also. Those players, the coaches, and then the AAU coaches have got to want to say, I want to break this cycle. I've seen what he's done with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Right.
Who in the league?
Yeah. You know, I've seen what he's done with the making. I mean, I watched that kid the other night. He had 31-8 against Auburn.
Right.
He was straight out balling.
Right.
So I'm sitting there saying, okay, am I going to check my ego in at the door and let this guy develop, or are we going to keep sending these kids to other places? I think Ron Hunter does a great job.
Yeah.
But he gets them on the back end.
Right.
And then those kids develop. Like, I'm curious to see how a couple of the kids end up, you know, Devin Mitchell, how he continue to develop now. But I think Mark Fox does a great job. I think Ron Hunter does a great job.
Before you talk about Hunter, does Coach White bring more talent to that school?
I think Coach White gives him much more access into Georgia what he did as a high school coach, and gives him more credibility. And Ron Hunter doesn't need more credibility because the record speaks for itself since he's been
Ron
here.
has got a good thing. Right now, though, they look like about 7-6. Do you see them maybe turning this around and maybe doing something in the tournament to maybe get in there?
You know what? When they went to Middle Tennessee State and beat Middle Tennessee State up at Middle, huge win. Now, they had that letdown against Georgia Southern, but you know what? League play. It's hard to win on the road in league play.
Right. Yeah.
If you can handle your business at home and you can sneak a couple on the road, but when you get to the Sun Belt and leagues like that, you got to win your conference tournament. Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
And it's funny, Omar said Georgia don't want to. They don't want to recruit the one and dones. I don't know if the one and dones want to go to Georgia.
Omar, it's not the one and dones.
Yeah,
we can talk about that off air.
Because I just like I say, when I'm sitting at a Willa tournament, or I'm sitting at one of these other tournaments,
the one we called,
and you're looking like, why don't none of these kids want to wear the red and black?
We were sitting there and we was calling this game. We were looking at the kids. And we were like, there's a lot of Americans. I don't see Georgia by none of these kids. They were going to Harvard. That big kid going to Harvard, though. Good Lord mercy. He was
you're just like, man, Bump trying to go to this state and this state. You got some homegrown talent right here that should be going to Athens.
Yeah.
And it comes down to breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
If you break the cycle the right way, and you know what, he still does get Georgia kids. It's just not kids that you know.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they become juniors, and you're like, who in the world is that? Or who in the world is that?
But that's the thing, Coach. I'm cool with, like, Coach, I really don't want, like, one and done kids. I want a kid that can come in. We know he can play.
Right.
He's going to be there 3-4 years.
Right.
You know,
he's going to be there at least 3.
You know how behind I've gotten that you said this thing, it depends on what the high school and the AAU said.
Oh,
that has gotten me thrown to the. I just ain't used to that.
Sir. And what I should have said, the AAU guy, then the high school guy.
Right.
You know, but I'm still old school and still think you got to go. I mean, the landscape of high school athletics has changed.
Wow. Coach, I witnessed that firsthand at the Willa tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
I talked to just as many AAU coaches as I talked to high school coaches. And that's almost a problem.
Yeah.
It's not almost. It is a problem.
That's because it's almost like if I'm an AAU coach and say Nike bags me.
Yeah.
I'm a Nike AAU school.
Yeah.
I can take my AAU program and say I want to partner up with, say, okay, Earth Wind just changed. Say I want to take my Nike AAU program to Grady.
Yeah.
So all my kids are gonna go to Grady.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, as an AAU coach, I shouldn't have that kind of power because this kid has to play. He has to play high school basketball.
Right.
He got to play high school basketball.
But you do have the power because that 3 months of taking him from coast to coast gives you more power than the guy who's coaching them for 9 months in state.
Because you ain't competing for 3 months. You got them all the time.
Yeah.
You taking them wherever you got. It's almost getting funny with high school athletics in this around the country.
I'll give you a great example. High school coach isn't taking a kid to Orlando.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
L.A. We're going to turn back around. We're going to go to Louisville, playing a tournament. Then we're going to turn around and go, you know what? We're going to go up to Springfield, Mass, playing a tournament. High school coaches don't do that.
But if I play at a powerhouse like a Wheeler, I'm going to those kind of tournaments. Like Jonesboro, they went on a Thanksgiving trip. They went on a Christmas trip. They're playing like schools like that. They're playing like competitive schedules. I just it was crazy to talk to like I said. I talked to more AAU. I'm like, why should I really know you when this gym is named after
a coach?
Yeah. Coach Lipscomb.
Yeah, but I go back to this one. Those AAU guys were in there recruiting for the summer, for the spring and the summer.
Wow.
It just is what it is.
And I probably would never have him on the show, but when I knew AAU was a problem, when Kenny Smith was on TNT talking about his AAU team like it was the greatest thing since God, I was like, you know what? Something's wrong. Something is wrong for him to be talking about like I got my travel team. I'm like, we're gonna jump more into this because we about to go out there because we could spend the whole time. High school sports is killing me right now.
Wow,
it's killing me.
I'm just sitting there and like say Nate checked in. He's one of the assistant coaches at Jonesboro. Like they've been everywhere.
Right.
We had what was the lady name? Make sure I forget her name. The coach in here.
Oh, Coach Ashley from St. Francis.
She was talking about, I had to let them get their time with AAU. It's like you have to wait until they finish before you can get involved.
Exactly.
Man, we need some dollars out here.
Boy, what a show. Thank you, Rennie, for coming in for the first show. Thank you, Coach. You back, baby. You back, baby.
Man, I'm so glad.
Every Monday, baby. I get to talk who y'all didn't know.
Make sure we bring them out of.
I talk better basketball than anything else. That's crazy.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Nikki. Homeboy.
Appreciate it all.
Another year, here we go.
Hey, man, 2017, we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all, man.
Tomorrow, Jimmy Ferris joins us. Should be fun. Stay with us. See y'all tomorrow.
Radio, not dumbed down. Sensation Station Network.
Man, I've been playing around these streets so long. I know my girl think I'll never be ready. But I'm gonna do all I can to let her know I'm ready. Just really